Ladies, I have changed thousands of diapers in the last year and a half. I have tested clean brands in Peru, Switzerland, and the US. Let me tell you something. There's no single perfect clean diaper. The diaper with my favorite material is not the one that I put on my baby overnight. And some diapers that look exceptional on paper and which I really wanted to like turn out to be not so great in real life. That's why today I'm doing a ranking of the cleanest disposable brands in 2026. 5 brands I personally tested on my baby, plus 2 additions to the ranking this year. And finally, the diaper that I would choose if I only had one pick. If you're the kind of mom who wants to make thoughtful choices for your family but don't have time to do all this research, this channel is for you. I don't talk about just baby products, but think about all the parenting decisions that carry the biggest mental load. I do research on all these areas. I go down the rabbit holes, compare options, and tell you what the trade-offs are. If you also want to make thoughtful choices for your family without spending hundreds of hours on research, this is your community. Please subscribe. Last year, I shared my first clean diapers ranking. Since then, my baby has become a toddler. I realized that a diaper can be genuinely clean, but not be the best fit for your baby. At the end of the day, I'll give you options and you get to pick what's best for your family. But before we go down the ranking, I just want to make sure that we're on the same page in terms of what a clean diaper is. Because the diaper world is full of terms that at the end of the day are just marketing. Because unless they have a certification to prove that they can do these things, the terms hypoallergenic, dermatology tested, and plant-based don't mean much. First, the top sheet. The top sheet is this part that goes into direct contact with the baby. Depending on the brand, it might be made out of cotton, conventional polypropylene or polyethylene, plant source polyethylene or green PE, which is usually derived from sugarcane, could be bamboo viscose. These materials are not all the same. Second, the bleaching process. You're gonna see 2 main abbreviations in all diapers, either TCF or ECF. Important thing to know here is that both avoid conventional elemental chlorine bleaching, but TCF is the option that I choose if it's available. Third-party certifications, such as Ecotex, EWG verified, Nordic Swan, EU Ecolabel, FSC, Dermatest. All of these carry different weights. It gives validity to whatever you see written on a package. And fourth, real-life performance. At the end of the day, the diaper needs to do its job. It has to fit well, it has to absorb, and not create a laundry emergency when everyone's sleeping. Every diaper I'm discussing in this ranking has something good to offer. Ecoboom. It is a TCF bamboo diaper option. It has legitimate certifications like Ecotex and Dermatest. It is also made in China, which seems to be where the majority of the bamboo diapers are being manufactured these days. They have really strong reviews online on the things that matter the most, like fit, durability, no leakages, and they have a new product line called Air that is receiving a lot of positive feedback as well. My main hesitation with this is why I'm putting it on 10th place. Compared to the other ones that are very open in disclosing every single ingredient, I find that they do not have as much of the information on the different materials that are linked to the different parts of the diaper. If you want to give bamboo diapers a try, I would consider this one because they also have a trial pack, so you don't have much to lose. Overall, trial packs are actually a really good idea for any brands if they have them available, because then you can test the waters without committing to a huge box. It's Pura. For the last year, I've been seeing more and more parents use up this British brand, and it's even available at Walmart. It is one of the most affordable products out there, and while it does meet the clean diaper profile and has some of the third-party certifications, in my opinion, these certifications are not the most robust out there in the market, and the performance can be a little bit mixed when you get to the higher sizes. I'm excited to hear if any of you have tried Pura. Parasol. It has an interesting ingredient story. I like that they're TCF, fragrance-free, and seem overall pretty clean. They also are transparent about the materials that they use. Parasol earns a spot in the ranking because of the materials that they use mainly and the certifications, but in terms of performance, it seems to be a bit mixed. I found that reviews in smaller sizes tends to be more positive than those for toddlers, especially in the pull-up pants. Let me know if you've tried Parasol and if you're a big fan of it. And this might be the diaper with one of the best profiles. They're Australian, but they manufacture in China. Say that currently that's the only country that's able to produce at the standard that they require. It uses an 100% compostable phthalate layer, which stands for polylactic acid, which is plant-based. Parents who try Eco Originals have a really positive experience. So by all means, if you can get your hands on them, I would give them a try, even though they're ECF as opposed to TCF. My main problem with them is that they need to be shipped from so far away that once you add the premium price of the diaper itself to the shipping costs, it makes it more cost prohibitive. And considering there's so many other options that are also very clean and more affordable on the ranking, number 6 on the list is Unia. Hope I'm pronouncing it right, because it's a Danish diaper brand. It uses a combination of bio-based polyethylene and PLA in its top sheet. So this is very much plant-based. It has not received as much attention in the US as other European brands, but it is definitely one of those brands I would be curious to try, just based on its very strong credentials and certifications. That has been on my ranking from last year, and that has an excellent clean profile and top certifications including Nordic Swan, Ecotex, EU Ecolabel. So it really matches the highest accreditations and has really good reviews. I'm excited to know if any of you have tried it, because it's definitely not as popular as other European brands in the American market. Number 5 is Eco by Nati. This is a brand that was also in the ranking from last year. It's a European brand as well. And I got to try this when we were traveling in Switzerland last year. Most notable feature is the top sheet. It has plant-based materials. It is a bio-based polyethylene that's derived from sugarcane. Again, this is still a plastic polymer, but it is plant source rather than petroleum derived, which is preferred. When we tried it, my baby was about size 2 or 3. So that worked pretty well, and it was able to hold up through the night, which was excellent. However, the fit wasn't great. I did find I had some problems with the tabs at some points, but it was still a good diaper that absorbed, and it's one that I would give a try if you're traveling around Europe and you don't know which brand to pick. I would definitely go for Eco by Nati or Unia or Bamboo Nature. Number 4, Healthy Baby. I had been wanting to try this for a while, and I finally did this year when I ran out of my regular diaper. So you can see they try to minimize the use of plastic in every way possible, so even from the packaging. Why it's on my number 4 is because it's definitely one of the most robust in terms of cleanliness out there. It is one of the few diapers that has EWG certification, which is a really top certification to have. Under Ecotex, they use organic cotton, not on the top sheet, but in other parts of the diaper. It says made responsibly in Europe, and it's plastic neutral. This is a diaper I definitely wanted to love because of the clean profile. When it came to performance, it was a big mix for me, to be honest. It's a little bit thinner than my regular. It did perform pretty well. At night, we did have some leakage problems. Again, I think because it is, and it's gonna sound bad, it might be such a clean product. I might be making this up, but I need to check if it might have less SAP, which is this super absorbent polymer that tends to be higher on less clean products or like more plastic derived products. And probably if you upsize, it could help with the leakage. I wanted to love it, I didn't, but if I run out of my current diapers, it's definitely one that I would consider getting. Number 3 for me is Bamboo Nature. This is one that we tried when we were in Peru, when my baby was around 3 months old. We were there for about 4 months, and they unfortunately didn't have a lot of clean diaper brands. In fact, I think it was the only one. And I was very much surprised. It is a European brand that has all kinds of top-notch certifications from Nordic Swan, Ecotex, EU, Ecolabel, you name it. And it also performed really well on my baby when he was little. So this is one where I had a really great experience during the day and overnight. Now, I don't know how the profile of the diaper changes as the baby grows, so it would be interesting to know if any of you use this diaper. But if you do get to travel to other countries where there's not such availability of clean diapers, now you know that that's definitely one that you can go for. My number 2 is Cottery, and I like buying this brand, both the diaper and the pants, mainly because my son, and I'm sure if your son is getting like toddler stage, sometimes they refuse to lay down, and it takes all my energy out to try to change his diaper. So I found that on some days when he's particularly fussy around changing the diaper, especially when we go out and we're on the changing stations that are pretty up high, and I'm scared that he could fall because it's just me changing him in the bathroom, I bring the pants. So the pants are more of my going out option for that convenience factor. These cottery diapers, the regular ones, are the ones I actually use overnight. So I like that they're definitely very transparent around the ingredients that are included in the diapers. So you can see them all listed here on their website. They have third-party testing research that they've published that is available to the public that you can read. It is a TCF diaper and it has Ecotech certification. Most of the diaper brands that I'm sharing with you today are Ecotechs. This is my go-to diaper at night. Like, hands down, I know I can put it on my baby and it's gonna perform. Here's a picture of me actually weighing it. It holds an incredible amount of liquid overnight. So it's definitely true to that promise that they say up to 12-hour leak protection, 100%. It feels very soft. And I know a lot of moms refer to it as like cashmere of the diapers and like gives it that luxury feel. For me, it's really peace of mind. I put it on my baby after I give him a shower, after I bathe him, and I know I'm not gonna have any problems overnight. Caveat with cottery is that the top sheet is made out of PP and PE, so polypropylene and polyethylene, which are both plastic derived, petroleum-based plastics, and not cotton, not plant derived. So I know this is gonna sound controversial, but that's most likely why it also performs so well, unlike the super clean diapers. So finally, my number one option. Last year when I started researching clean diapers, I came across Kudos for the very first time. I had not heard about it before. Game changer, because the top sheet that we've been talking about so much is made out of cotton. And at the moment, this is the only one in the market that I've been able to find that has a top sheet made out of cotton. Yes, Pura, for example, says cotton enhanced, but it's on other parts of the diaper. Healthy Baby also says cotton enhanced, but it's not on the top sheet. So there's multiple ones, Eco-Originals as well. But this is the only one where the full top sheet is made out of cotton. Of course, not the entire diaper is made out of cotton. There's no single diaper out there that's disposable that is made 100% out of cotton. Diapers in one shape or another have some plastic in them. And it absorbs really well. All things considered, when I look at the ingredients, at the certifications, at the price, and I compare it with other options on the ranking, I'm like, I might as well pay for this one than for another diaper that is also clean, but that is not made out of cotton. Also, I've had an unusually good customer service experience with it. And something important in a diaper is not just the product that you get to put on your baby, but the whole experience itself. So what the customer service looks like, and I order it online directly from their website. If you want to start doing that, please make sure to check out my discount code on the description box. When I ordered it online last time, I probably was a little bit absent-minded, whatever it was, I ordered the wrong size. So I ended up with a size 1 box that I have here. What they did for me was that not only did they ship me a box of the right size, so my size 5, but they told me I could keep this box of size 1 and donate it, which is what I'm going to do. Trust me, not all diaper brands are like this. Some of them do not even give you refunds. If you get it wrong, that's on you. And I've had some experiences with this that I'm not going to talk about in this video at least. I hope this ranking has been able to give you some options, some realistic, clean options that you can tap into. Also, especially if you're traveling and you don't know what to go for in other markets, I've given you a couple of other options as well. I'm including the discount promo code in my description if you want to give Kudos a try. And I'm also putting all this information in my blog that's going to be on my website. The links are in here as well. I am really curious to know what you think about this ranking. If you agree with it, you think there should be some different additions, some options that shouldn't be there at all. What is your take on it? And if you want to be part of it, the only thing you need to do is subscribe for free. Thank you, and see you in the next video. And remember that you're doing a great job.